I've been looking for a keyboard that's wireless for a really long time that fits a few different categories. One, I wanted a wireless keyboard, Bluetooth obviously. Second, I wanted a mechanical keyboard, gaming oriented. Third, I wanted it to be an RGB keyboard. And I wanted it to have a full set of keys, including the numpad. So most keyboards that I found, especially brand name keyboards that I knew, Corsair, WASD brand, any of those things, they seem to have wireless keyboards available, but almost all of them were missing the numpad. And I just wanted one that had the numpad and the RGB. I think I did find some that were backlit but had the numpad but didn't have RGB. So this meets all my criteria. So this is the only one I was able to find online after really kind of searching pretty hard. This is the Teamwolf Stardust, I think the name of the keyboard, and I think the name of the brand. And I got it from, I think, AliExpress. And you can see it's kind of damaged in the box. It was actually shipped to me, I think it was around $50-something, but it was shipped to me in just a piece of plastic covering. So it was just black plastic that covered this. So yeah, the shipping leaves a little bit to be desired, but I think the price is probably reflective of that. It was free shipping, you know, and it was from Hong Kong or China or Korea or somewhere, because it took quite a while to get here. It took about 2 or 3 weeks. So anyway, I just wanted to do a quick unboxing and maybe a bit of a review, see what it looks like and see how it is, because literally as of the time I'm filming this is the only option, and I couldn't find any reviews of this keyboard that were in English. So here we go. In a way, I'm kind of taking a chance on this keyboard, but I kind of felt like it was a worthy chance. I have a wired keyboard that actually is really great that I took a chance on, and it was $25. That was made by a company called Go Free Tech, but I'll maybe show that later. Okay, so here we go. So it's packaged decently enough. I don't know. Oh, here we go. It is from China. Thank you for buying my item. I guess this is the store that I bought it from. Before my battery died, I was trying to show you that this is actually a Russian set of key covers, and it's like little stickers, so I'm guessing this one has 2 options, and I believe when I ordered it there was an English and Russian option. It was actually kind of tough to tell, as I remember. Okay, so let's see. There we go. There's the keyboard itself. Here's a nice little wrist pad, kind of wrist thing here to attach onto it. A USB, I assume this is to charge the keyboard. This is something here. And here's the instructions. I'll maybe go over these in a second, but let's look at the keyboard. Okay, so interestingly, it actually looks pretty good. I don't know if you can see all that. The keys aren't too crazy. I was thinking they actually might be tough to read, some of them, but they're not too crazy. As far as the action is concerned, well, they feel pretty good. Springy. I actually like the sound. Interestingly enough, it's got an Internet Explorer logo. Okay, cool. So that's it. That's the Teamwolf unboxing. And I want to plug it in and see what it looks like, but let's just take a look quickly at the manual and see what that looks like. Okay, it's so far all in Chinese. I'm hoping it's in English on the other side. It is. Okay, cool. System requirements, Windows XP. We're going to be using it on Windows 10. Oh, I need to pair the nano receiver. Okay, and hopefully I got a nano receiver in here somewhere. Yep, awesome. So there's the receiver, as I didn't look at the bottom of the keyboard, but there's the Bluetooth receiver. There's the little feet, which is rubber feet. They seem decent enough. These are the attachments for this guy. There's the on and off switch, and I assume that's wireless or USB. I'm wondering, I hope, in fact, that I can charge this while it's running in wireless mode. I'm not sure if that's possible, but I'm hoping that is, because what the deal is, I'm trying to use this for a gaming system, a gaming computer that's actually not sitting right next to the computer. I'm using my computer through my TV. So ideally I want to sit on the couch. I got a nice wireless gaming mouse from Logitech. Those were pretty easy to find, relatively cheap, and from a good, obviously a good brand manufacturer that's well known. But this, for some reason, with full keyboard was almost impossible to find. So anyway, I was able to track this down, and I want to plug it in while sitting on the couch, running it in RGB mode, and using it at the same time. Hopefully I can do that. Otherwise it's going to have to be a situation where you charge it. And from what I understand, these don't get a whole lot of charge time while running in RGB mode. All right, so anyway, let's get into it. Let's see what it looks like. Before we do that, why don't we quickly just throw this guy on here and see what that looks like. Because it actually is a really nice looking keyboard. It's silver. I really like the way it looks, to be honest. I'm actually kind of surprised. I didn't think it was going to look so good. This thing actually feels pretty good too. I'm sure it's not the highest quality materials given the price that I paid for it, but I do like the way it looks, and I'm sure it's going to suit my purposes just fine. I'm not a heavy modern PC gamer, and I don't play a lot of FPS games either. Okay, so that just snaps in there, and you can kind of see I'm just pressing it in. There we go. Yeah, nice. So there is the actual keyboard in its full glory. Beautiful. And I'm wondering what's going to happen if I just plug it in to a USB battery instead of just actually plugging it into the computer. I wonder if it'll light up and give me any of the modes without doing that. Let's try it. Okay. Okay, there we go. Plug that in. I'm going to plug it into a battery, which you can't really see here. It's just a regular Anchor battery power supply. Okay, and it does show that it's charging. Off. Let's try turning it on. Ah, very nice. There we go. Okay, so let's see what the modes are. And how did we see the modes again? It says function F9. There we go. So I have a strong suspicion that each of these rows is only one color. Is that possible? Yeah, it may be the case actually. And it doesn't seem to want to work. I probably need to plug this into a computer to get it properly working. So first thing I'll do is try it maybe in USB mode and see what happens. So now I've got the keyboard powered up. I'm charging it right now via USB. I have a USB charger next to me, but it's actually running wirelessly. You can't really see it here. Pretty dark. Let me turn on my light. It's actually going to my computer, and then that is controlling as I was playing some GOG stuff, Giants, which is kind of a fun one. Giants I just used because it's kind of a third-person shooter, but it was going to give me a good example of using the WASD keys for movement and seeing how responsive they were. And actually, I think they're really responsive. So my overall review of this guy is it does look really nice. My one complaint is when I paid for RGB, I kind of expected all of them to be able to do RGB, meaning each key to be able to be red, green, and blue. But it seems like the way this is made is that this row at the bottom here is all red, second row blue, purple, green, white, and then yellow. And if you kind of look at it, it does that. So even when you change the modes, and I'll change the modes here again. Alt F9 or function F9. There we go. So yeah, you can see like it does different stuff, which is cool. But again, it just keeps the same colors for each row, which is, it's okay. It's not bad. And there's the different functions. Now I have everything off. That is actually probably the most useful one because, you know, otherwise I can't see which keys I'm pressing in the dark. Overall review is it's a pretty nice piece. The keys are decent. However, let me just plug in and I'll compare. All right, so now I've got both keyboards running. The top one is the Teamwolf Stardust, which again, it does look really nice. The bottom one is my wired Go Free Tech keyboard. And honestly, let me show you what the difference is. So this one you can see it's just purple right now. But if I change the different modes, obviously these keys can display any color that you want. Let me keep this one on. So yeah, there you go, you have the top one, but now you have you can see that the Go Free Tech does a lot of really nice stuff. And actually, even though there you go, you got kind of the matrix, and you can change the speed of it, you can change the color of the effect. It's just a really nice touch. So I really kind of like this one a little bit better, and I actually think the action is a little better on this keyboard. And you can also see how just much cooler it looks. And this keyboard was only $25. It was wired, or it is wired, so I have not been able to find a version of this keyboard, unfortunately, that is wireless. If I could, that would be definitely my choice. When I bought this keyboard, it was $25. However, I've recently seen it go from $50 to $75 on eBay, so I'm not sure if the sellers in China just decided to jack up the price once they started selling keyboards or not. But either way, so as of right now, I'll probably end up using this Teamwolf because it serves more the purpose I want, which is wireless gaming. However, I may end up deciding again to go with this guy and maybe just getting a really long USB extender to use this so I can leave my my computer against the wall. So, you know, I can recommend this. Again, for the price, it's not bad for what it is, because clearly it's the only thing that does RGB at the moment that I could find with a full keyboard. Is it the best? Not really. For $50-something and change, it's okay. I'm not sure if I would highly recommend it, but you know, if this is what you want to do and this is you like the color scheme, go for it, because it's definitely not a bad keyboard. I haven't obviously put it through its paces, but I'm not a heavy FPS gamer, so I'm not going to be somebody who's, you know, ripping this thing apart, ripping it to shreds. I'm sure I'll get a lot of use out of it. Should I decide to keep going the wireless route, should I go that route, then it's a different story. But yeah, the Teamwolf Stardust, I would say it's a solid 7 out of 10, because honestly, everything except the RGB lighting is pretty decent. And the keys, the keys are okay, but everything else is pretty good. The wireless function seems to be working really well. It took no time to recognize on Windows 10. I just plugged the thing in, the nano receiver, plugged that into one of the USBs, and I'm off to the races. So that's it. That's the Stardust Teamwolf, and I think this is the only review of it in English so far. If that's not the case, you guys can let me know. And honestly, they gave me the stickers for Russian, but I'm not even sure how that would work. Well, I don't speak Russian anyway, so I'm not going to be using that function anytime soon. So anyway, this is it. The Teamwolf Stardust RGB wireless full keyboard. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, please hit the subscribe button and also leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. If there's anything you think that I should cover. I enjoyed doing this one, and I enjoy doing all my reviews, so thanks for watching.